Hey, my name is Justin Rademacher. I am the team leader for the Elite Advantage team here, and I'm joined with Edward Schultz. He is our newest team member, and I want to take some time just to get to know him a little bit more, ask him a few questions, and we'll just kind of go from there. How does that sound, Edward?
That sounds good to me.
Awesome. Okay, so getting started, one of the first questions that I ask him is, how did they get started in real estate?
Sure. Well, so actually, my start in real estate has kind of been a long time in coming. I've always been interested in doing this, getting my real estate license and becoming a realtor and working with people to, find homes and purchase and sell homes. I've always thought about doing that. My background has always been corporate America. That's really what I had always done. But I'd always done something associated with real estate. So felt like it was just really time to dive in. And so about a little less than 2 years ago, I got my real estate license and started.
And so prior to EXP, you were with, walk us through that. What were you doing there?
Oh, sure. So like I said, corporate America, my background is in legal departments. I'm trained as a paralegal. So I had always lived in that world. Always kind of peripherally in real estate. I had done a lot of commercial real estate work for a couple of big, pretty well-known companies. And that kind of led me to be thinking, why don't I take everything I'm learning here and actually, help other people?
Mm-hmm. And so what got you interested? What caused you to make that leap? Because a lot of people say, well, yeah, I'm interested in real estate, but what caused you to make that leap into real estate?
Yeah, so I like I mentioned, I kind of saw a path where I could use what I was learning and what I already knew to really help other people. Specifically, I kind of remember I've bought and sold a bunch of houses myself in my personal life. So I remember the questions that I had at the time and the points in the process at which I wasn't super comfortable. And being afraid to ask a question or not knowing how to do my own research, just, what's going on? And you really only have, the agents in the process to rely on. So a couple things there. I really felt like I knew enough, and then I would to get my real estate license. I would add on to that, and I could use what I knew to really be a benefit to people. And that, just that feeling of helping people and helping them through what I had gone through myself. And then from the agent side of it, I've known agents that weren't really what I would call really professional, really good at what they do. I've known fantastic agents. And I just thought, well, that's something that I can do and take, everything I've done in my career. That's kind of what led me to, take that next step and get my real estate license.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. I think, getting to know you a little bit more, I understand kind of where you're coming from and your passion to help others and walk them through that process. Cause it can be scary. You're right. It definitely can be a scary part. So I know we definitely appreciate that. And those are the people that we're looking for. And I know your clients are going to only benefit from that as well. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Now moving to the next question. So that kind of gets us to what got you into real estate and kind of where you're at now. What was the deciding factor for you to join a team versus being a solo agent?
Well, so to answer that, quick story here. This is actually the second time I've had my real estate license. I actually was originally licensed in 2008, and my plan back then was to go as a solo agent. Now, that was right about when the real estate market crashed. So that put a whole bunch of hurdles in my path that wouldn't have ordinarily been there anyway. But the real mistake I made was not treating it as a business. I thought it was like every other job that I could just walk into and work would be handed to me and do. So I didn't really approach it the right way. Those were the first two things. Probably the third complicating factor was that I was a solo agent. You have to do everything by yourself. You're not just, meeting people, talking about the homes they want, all that client relationship work. You're also having to completely run the business behind the scenes. So you're up all night, doing transaction management and researching the forms you use. To join a team, which is kind of one of the ways that I kind of streamlined everything this time, with EXP, I have a whole team behind me doing everything for me. Not literally everything, but everything that would take time away from me and the client being face to face and talking about their new home. So I think that's a huge benefit right there. It allows me to really work with the client hand in hand the whole way through the process and not being distracted by what's going on with paperwork, with marketing and all the other things that go into running the business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. What specifically about the Elite Advantage team? I mean, there's a lot of teams out there, right? So what
Oh, yeah.
specifically about the Elite Advantage team really intrigued you?
Specifically about the Elite Advantage team is that technology is the first thing that caught my eye. I really, really like the idea that everything's online. I have access to everything online at my fingertips at any moment. I don't have to like physically go into an office. I don't have to make a bunch of phone calls. I can just sit at my desk, fire off questions, and get responses back to me. That also is one of those things that's kind of built into the system that just saves me time. Once I started researching the brokers, that's really what stood out first is the technology and just the scope of what you're able to do without a lot of wasted time.
Yeah, no, it makes complete sense. And so, in this type of a market, what are you, most excited about in the next few months to come? They're going to be your beginning months, and so, what are you most excited about regarding the market?
I think what I'm most excited about, probably the things that always excited me about real estate. I love the look on a client's face when they walk into the house and they know it's the house for them. Just the excitement of them, like, those days leading up to closing where they're getting ready to move. And just that, I like being a part of that excitement. So if I can help my clients through that, so much the better. That's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to is getting back into that groove and living the realtor life with my clients. I'd say, what the other things that I'm excited about would really be just the challenge right now. With interest rates are low, the inventory is incredibly low. Finding a home is a huge challenge, and I love a challenge. So, I mean, I'm ready to like dig in and help people find properties that they actually would like to buy.
Yeah, I have no doubt that you'll be massively successful.
That's great.
Okay, and so in wrapping up, I like everybody to just kind of get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Anything personal, hobbies, pets, family. Walk us through a little bit of that. When
Oh,
you're not
sure.
selling homes and helping buyers buy homes, what do you like to do?
Uh, Quite a few different things. I value my leisure time. I wish I had a lot more of it. I, uh,
Don't we all?
I, I really, and the thing is, when I have time off from work, I really try not to waste it. Meaning, I try not to I love watching TV. I love watching movies. I love reading books. But all those things, you're kind of just sitting there, So I really try to get out in the outdoors. I love to go fishing and hiking, bring my kids to the park. We go to the beach. And I have two little kids, so that's a lot of my free time right there. But between those things, and it really does fill up that time, with family, I guess is the bottom line.
Hmm. Awesome. Well, it's been great getting to know you. If you are watching this and you have a real estate need, I would highly recommend you reach out to Edward Schultz. You can find him at edward@eliteadvantageteam.com. And Edward, you want to give out the phone number in case somebody wants to reach out to you directly and just give you a call?
Absolutely. I can be reached at 952-449-1775.
Awesome. It was good getting to know you.
Yeah, thank you, Justin.
All right.